Davis.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Serial Talk Podcast. We don't have a camera today, so we're going to do it like old school stuff, and everybody else that listens to this on iTunes and Spotify. Is that the two? Yeah. Nothing's changed.
What week is this? 15?
It's 15.
That's pretty big.
This is 15, dog.
Farquhar's not here today, so he has the camera.
He's not.
So that sucks. But
it's me and Gally and our friend and special guest, Austin Harwell.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
Second reoccurring guest, correct?
Second reoccurring guest. Second time to be on this show. Welcome. You look so cute.
I wish you brought the camera.
He's shirtless.
He did look
right
cute
now.
today.
He's naked.
Real cute today.
He came.
It's kind of nice without it, though. We can kind of just chill.
It's just back to normal. Like
we don't have any lights on.
We don't.
No clothes.
We got some food sitting right here.
Eating
Wendy's.
Some of us are, yeah.
But let's continue our conversation. We're talking about French fries. So,
all right, let's do a Mount Rushmore.
Who do you think? Mount Rushmore, so top
Mount
three?
Rushmore, four? There's four presidents. Mount
presidents.
Rushmore of French fries. Harwell, go ahead.
Ooh, on the spot.
Yeah,
You can go four, and he can go four, I can go four, and you can kind of work your way up, give you more time.
So, wait, no, they'll go like one now, I go another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think McDonald's is on there. I think we can all agree.
For sure.
Okay.
I think that's top two, if not number one, in my personal opinion.
It's definitely on Mount Rushmore.
It's for sure on Mount Rushmore.
They put crack in there.
You want to try that again? Wait a minute. Is this only like fast food fries, or is there like
Any
other
place.
things that could be included?
Fast food fries are the best.
So
fries.
like, for example, Freddy's isn't everywhere. So
I
like,
consider that fast food though.
That counts.
okay, but like other people wouldn't know necessarily. But the
Within
bigger
research.
argument is Culver's. One of my favorite fries are Culver's. They're like these little crinkle cut, great, lightly salted.
Are they like
flaky.
Brahms? Because some people think
They're kind of like
are the
Brahms.
best.
They're kind of like Brahms, but I
Brahms are
think
not
they're
even
better
in my
than
top
Brahms.
four.
They're too thick.
They're too thick.
Too much potato.
Okay, do you like
Yeah.
Freddy's though? They're like the horseshoes.
Freddy's are probably my second.
I don't like how small
I
they
love.
are.
Oh, dude, honestly,
They got hella salt.
it may
Yeah,
go
that's
Freddy's
it. They're
and
too
then
small.
McDonald's.
No, they're
I
too
hate that
small.
because you get salt in like your fingernails and stuff. And
Bro,
like,
that's when you grab like a glob of them.
I get it.
Put them in your mouth.
I don't know.
That's
okay,
the best way to eat French fries.
So you think McDonald's? I don't know. I guess I'd say McDonald's. I'm not huge on them, but I don't know if they're.
You get a fresh batch.
I don't know if they're not top four though. You know what I mean? Like I think I'd have to put them
salted
top four.
properly.
Yes. And we're talking best case scenario here. I'm not talking about one time
Yeah,
I
sure.
ran through and they gave me a
Right.
cold batch of fries. Like,
Okay, but hey, Burger King's got some good fries.
they low key have some sleeper fries. And
There's
their
some good fries.
chicken nuggets. Off topic, their dollar chicken nuggets.
The chicken fries or chicken nuggets?
No, the $1.29 10 chicken nuggets. You
I
get
haven't
30
had-
chicken
You
nuggets
know,
for
I
$3. It's
I
a
can't
fat
off the top
guy's
of my head.
favorite.
They got good chicken fries too. That's like their little thing.
I can't
And
off
good
the-
burger. Hey, Burger King, all right. The
Okay,
charcoal
so,
burgers
hey,
are pretty good.
All
I don't
right,
agree
I'm gonna
with
throw
that.
out
I
a
don't
hot
think-
take.
I say they're good.
Hot take. I had some Arby's French fries, the curly fries,
Hey.
the other day.
Arby's.
I might have to put them on the Mount Rushmore.
I usually eat
I get
Arby's
bored of
French
them, though.
fries.
No,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
but dude,
You can't really even a whole thing. You're just
Here's
like,
a
all
question. What about Chick-fil-A fries?
I like them.
right. They're good, but I don't know.
They
if they're
are a
top four.
50-50 for me. Like, sometimes they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm like, these taste like just pure potato.
Well, they're just kind of there. Like Cane's fries, they're just kind of there.
Yeah.
Like, they're not bad. They're good, but
You're not going there for the
there's
fries.
not fries that are bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I haven't had like a bad. That's a good looking fry you just ate.
That was, dude.
Hey,
You
that
see
was
how
like a
long it was?
6-inch fry.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my
I've had
God.
even more. Maybe 8 inches, dude. Like, that sucker was like that.
I don't
I mean, if that's how you
know.
measure, then
Hold on, let me go to the bathroom real quick. Let me go check.
it's a foot.
Okay, that's fair. Would you guys have? You guys ever had? What's that place called? Jack in the Box fries.
I have Jack in the Box, but I've never had. I don't think they're fries.
What about Sonic fries?
Sonic fries. They're kind of remind me of like this. The
I feel like they're like
cane
cheap
fries. They're in the middle. Like,
I feel like if you get fries at Sonic, you might be a serial killer. I feel like it's tater tots only. Like that was a mascot.
Oh, I see
get-
what you're saying.
I get fries at Sonic.
I've got onion rings before there. I like onion rings, bro. People don't get onion rings anymore. I feel like that's like a
Hard to make them, dog. No one makes them that great. They're either too crunchy. There's not enough onion.
They're more of-
Slimy.
they're
I
like-
when they get
Yeah.
slimy.
they're more of like a restaurant type.
They are a
Yes.
restaurant.
Bloomin'
They're like an
onion type
appetizer.
Yes.
Yeah,
For
you're right.
sure.
Okay, that
For
makes
sure.
sense. I don't really think we accomplished the Mount Rushmore necessarily, but we kind of all agree.
All right. Well, I
there's
got
some
my
good
two.
ones.
I got Freddy's and McDonald's on my Mount Rushmore.
I got McDonald's, Arby's.
I might put Arby's up there too.
What
because
about
Arby's,
Wendy's right in front of you, bro? Those are good fries.
Wendy's? These are really good fries right here. Like, if you want to try another one, go for it. Because I got a lot.
I just don't like it since they switched up to sea salt and did
Yeah,
all
bro,
that
give me one of
stuff.
them. Hey, I love sea salt.
I do too, dude. It
I
makes
love
me
sea salt.
feel better about myself when I get to say I eat sea salt.
I'm giving you some quality fries.
Miranda dips
You
them.
are.
I've
First
never
off, you
dipped
need
them.
to chill
It's
out.
about to be something.
You've never dipped them?
I've never.
You're about
dipped
to
them.
drip?
I
You
dripped.
dripped.
Hey, I dripped. Okay.
Go for it.
I see why people do it, but
It's
I wouldn't
really
do it.
good, dude.
I'm not gonna do it anymore.
It's that salty sweet.
Yeah.
And when you get the chocolate, get a little bit of chocolate flavor up in there.
Chocolate potato. You never put chocolate on a baked potato, though. You know, like
Not a baked potato.
well, this is just a fried potato, and you put chocolate. with it.
Fried. It's fried. There's a difference.
I guess.
When
there
you get
is,
that
but
crunch to it,
that was a good fry, bro. That's a top.
dude,
3
I
fry.
gotta admit these fries are pretty bomb, but they definitely don't beat out Freddy's and McDonald's for me. It's gotta. I think it's number 4.
I don't think
with
Freddy's is
Arby's
top
on
4
my
for me.
my 3.
I'm trying to think of a good waffle fry. I had some. It wasn't Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Fat Billy's got some good fries.
Fat Philly. That's where I went today, and they were
Now, are you talking about their
excellent.
cheese fries or just regular
just
fries?
straight up, bro.
Straight
they put
up.
like
I don't eat there enough to give you an opinion on that one.
Bro.
And there's only 2 locations, so like if you're not even in
The other
if you're
one's,
not
like,
from
right over
Tulsa, you
here.
have no idea. Yeah, it's brand new. I
You
think.
should have gone there, bro. That slapped.
Hey, Fat Billy's is too good.
It's kind of expensive though
I mean, yeah, you're
Yeah.
not. It's not cheap
for
but
what you get.
It's cornered the Philly cheesesteak market here. You know, you've
Ordered
got
the Philly cheesesteak market.
yeah. You
Oh,
got
What was the place over at the mall that you always got food at?
Charlie's. Hey, Charlie's got good fries.
Let's talk about Asian food for a second.
Okay.
You guys remember Chinese Express? The one in the mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was nasty, bro.
That place was amazing.
You guys kept eating there. It was so good.
Dude, their bourbon chicken,
Mm-hmm.
that was delicious.
You're right.
Everything else was
The
okay.
orange chicken I didn't like.
Orange
but
chicken
your
I didn't
bourbon,
like.
I never got yours,
The
but you would
bourbon
always
chicken,
get. Hey,
dude.
what about that one place you'd walk by and they'd hand out the little toothpick of like teriyaki
Those
chicken?
freaked me out, bro. They freaked me out. They were two in my face. They were like, "Hey,
Oh, I
hey,
love
eat
them.
our food. Eat
I
our
loved
food."
them. Never
Like,
went to them and bought anything, but I would always get the sample.
I went one time with Braden Blaylock. We went to the mall, and
It's
he
a dangerous
ordered
matchup.
like a cup of bourbon chicken, and that hoe was like $6. And then we go and get. I was like, I'm not doing that, bro. So I go to the normal, Chinese gourmet over there.
It's Chinese gourmet, not
That's
Chinese
what it is.
Express.
That's what
Yeah,
it
It's
is.
China-
Chinese gourmet.
Good call.
So I rolled up. I got my double bourbon and rice for like $5.88 or whatever it is, or $6.80.
Double
whatever it is.
bourbon, rice,
rice.
and bro.
So I just had to flex on them real quick. I was
You
like,
get
my
a drink,
whole
too?
meal's less than yours. I get water. I'm
You okay?
cheap.
Hey, when you start with the bourbon chicken, you could take the bourbon sauce and put it in with your rice. You remember that? And you could start getting that. Ooh, that was delicious. That's what it was all about right there. Gally got up and left.
He was tired of talking about Asian food.
Well, since Gally, you're back, I think we should move on.
I'm back. I wanted to. I watched the last episode, and you guys talked on like E3 and stuff. I mean, I feel like it's a big topic, especially for like this type of podcast. Maybe we need to touch on it a little bit today. We got Harwell here as well, who's got some opinions.
More Xbox people.
Yeah, we both got Xbox, and last one, you and Davis both got PlayStation. Farquhar, he's got an Xbox and a PlayStation, but he's neither camp. Like, I
Listen,
wouldn't take his
he's-
opinion on any
he-
video
yeah,
game ever
like,
really. He's like, oh,
he's not
Spider-Man
into
game,
video
it's
games.
great. It's like, all right, bro,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like, what else? What else you like? Oh, Fortnite. All right. No offense, Harwell. I'm just attacking Harwell here too, kinda.
No, you're not.
Like, hey, you run that
Yeah, you
Fortnite
are.
grind for
You are.
a minute.
I don't play Fortnite anymore though.
You got burned
I'm
out,
not,
probably.
I'm not good enough anymore.
What about Rocket League? You still mess?
I love Rocket League.
You don't really play a whole lot of like video games.
Well,
But you're on that competitive game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Austin wants the competitive. You
I
want to
wanna-
feel like
I
you're
wanna
beating
beat
somebody.
people.
Harwell started with like the Fortnite, maybe Rocket League first,
Rocket League first.
No, I've been
Rocket
playing
League
Rocket League
first,
for years.
and then Fortnite. Well, it started Halo back in the day.
Yeah, let's not trace this back. We could go all the way back to freaking
shoot, you're right.
Dreamcast
Okay.
when I was
You're right,
standing
you're right.
Dreamcast, bro.
But
I've
does
been
it-
a game head forever.
Do you play multiple games at one era though, or do you play like a lot of like one game at a time?
It just depends. I try to focus because I don't like to. If you can't put all your effort into one thing, then you're never going to be great in that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
kind of how I
was
see
literally
it.
thinking about that like on a broad scale of life
Yeah.
earlier today. And I was
So-
like, I bounce around too much. I get bored quick.
I just like.
Bounce around.
So I normally will go for like I'll grind 2K for like a couple months and try to really grind, or
Did you get it?
FIFA, or
Did you get 2K19 for $3, bro?
no, because I might buy 2K 2020 when it comes out.
I mean, yeah, but $3 is real nice.
But if I never play it, then
All right, that's
doesn't
fair.
matter.
That's fair. I've been playing it a lot right now, especially with like the free agency and stuff. We'll get into that a little later too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had wanted to talk on a couple of things with E3. I want to talk on Halo. Halo's been
Flip that light switch right there.
Halo's been for me.
Turn on. Sorry, light.
Is that the wrong one?
Yeah.
I hit the switch you told me to hit.
I know. I told you.
Turn that light on. Hey, turn that light off.
Halo for me and Harwell too. We had a great time in high school when we would have this like almost like every weeknight even. It was probably junior, senior year. We'd get Taco Bell, we'd come back, we'd play some Halo 3 team doubles online, just murder kids, and then watch Family Guy to go to bed. Great times, like phenomenal. We were good too. And Halo 3 regarded as one of the top multiplayer games for sure. Probably one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game. I don't know, but so I kind of was a little upset with like Halo 4 and Halo 5, you know, the whole thing with Bungie leaving, 343 coming in. They try to do their own spin on stuff. It kind of pissed me off a little bit. They changed the artwork, which you never really think of, but then like they changed Master Chief and he looks weird now.
Yep.
Or they changed the Elites, who were like a badass like alien race in Halo. They changed them up and they look weird and stupid, and that just makes everyone mad, and then the gameplay's not that great.
The gameplay's so different.
Yeah, it's way different. And then they added in Halo 5. So I don't even remember Halo 4 really. I was kind of upset and depressed about that game.
Is Halo 5 the one where because I've never played any of them except for the first 2 Halos on the original Xbox.
Right.
Is Halo 5 the one where it's like, I can't remember if you play as the squad of like high-tech advanced Spartans that aren't Master Chief, or if they're like a part of it.
It bounces like from it splits the campaign from Master Chief and then another
the team
group.
of 4, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Nathan Fillion plays one of them, and like that's
Locke,
the
Spartan Locke. That's the dude. That's the main dude that I think you play. And you have a squad system. It's just way different from any other. If it was a standalone game, it'd probably be tight, I guess. But in Halo, it just felt
because
wrong.
it was associated with Master Chief, it was just like,
Yeah, kind of. And like the marketing was all misleading and stuff like that, and it was just a lot of things that went into it. And you know, it has a pretty fun multiplayer. Like it's entertaining, but the campaign was so bad, and that was kind of the root of Halo, was like a really good campaign. So all that kind of stuff came together, and then Xbox One, I think they really dropped the ball with Xbox One. You know,
you're talking about in the past.
Yeah, like the kind of everything that kind of led to this. You know, because this E3 for like Xbox people, it kind of feels like a little bit of a rebirth, because they kind of acknowledge like Sony like blew Xbox out of the water this console, because they focused on games, on exclusivities.
They focused on what their console is for.
Exactly, and Xbox One didn't really have an identity. And then this E3, they had a story trailer of Master Chief or the new Halo. It looks pretty cool. I mean, it's not like gameplay or anything, unfortunately, but the graphics look great. It's in engine, I guess, so I don't know what that really means when it comes out in game. Either way,
for somebody who doesn't play Halo, it looked cool.
It looked cool. I mean, yeah, it looked cool. You know, they went back to that old art style, like I was saying. They're trying to like kind of re-get all the people that they lost in like the last couple. And then they couple that with the new Project Scarlet, which is like supposed to be just like a phenomenal like gaming machine. And then that article,
more loading.
So yeah, with the
they
SSD,
said no more loading.
We'll
You'd never see a loading screen again.
We'll see.
That's a little much.
That's
but
I bet they could
get
close.
They can get close. What is going to end up happening? I don't know. This is a theory, but the loading of the game will take like 5 minutes. Like turning it on will take forever because you'll have to cycle through and load the entire game.
Yeah.
And then break it up into chunks, so when you remove it, loads as you go.
Right.
But it's got to load everything in first.
Well, it said it was like 5 times more powerful than the Xbox One Plus or whatever.
The Xbox One X.
Yeah.
They said it's 5 times as more.
And that's already
120.
That's already crazy.
120 FPS.
Cool.
Like 8K.
I don't understand that. Your eyes can't do that.
No,
I don't know.
It said that it's like some breakthrough. They were working with another company and they made like a huge breakthrough.
Yeah, and so the thing that like is interesting with Microsoft, like
you're gonna have the rest of these. I'm done.
Because aside from just like the gaming part of it, that's all you got.
Passing out French fries.
I think it's interesting to see like the kind of business side of that behind them. So like Microsoft went out with this Xbox One, and they're like, oh yeah, it's like the entertainment system in one, like families, everything like that. obviously it didn't really work out for like the gaming side of that. People were like, no, this is supposed to be a video game console, not a Netflix portal or whatever. So they screwed up on that end. But one thing that they've been doing for years now is their cloud, like their Microsoft Cloud. They put so much money, stupid money, into the cloud, and people are like, what's going to happen with that? So now what they're saying is that this could be the last console from Microsoft, and then it goes into this whole streaming platform where you have your iPhone and you got your Xbox controller, and boom, you're plugging into the new Halo. Graphics are amazing. Everything runs like a normal video game. You just don't need, because it's all running off the cloud servers. Mm-hmm. So it's this massive array, and that's why Sony and Microsoft announced that partnership, because Sony doesn't have a cloud-based system to that magnitude. So they're kind of hopping on with Microsoft, and they're kind of sharing some of those cloud platforms, because Google's been doing all of this cloud stuff for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And they're about to jump onto the video game market, and probably, like, I think they might take it by storm too. Like, they might really get a huge implant, because think about like consoles, but you don't need a console anymore. Like, think about video games without needing a console. Like, that doesn't sound right, but you're playing in your living room, then you're like, oh, you're like, your wife wants the TV. You just go into your bedroom on your phone, and you're getting the same quality game.
It breaks my heart to a certain extent, because that means that every game now you're going to have internet for.
Yeah.
And everybody has internet these days. Like,
and internet's only getting faster.
It's only getting faster.
5G,
it's only getting more
they're announcing
prevalent.
5G
but
now.
Everybody has it. But it's going to stop the progression of being able to just play something without the internet. That's
Probably
not going to be, in 15, 20 years, that's not going to be a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
the only way to play these games will be you have to have the internet.
It's already kind of moving in that direction.
It's already getting there. The games
Like,
themselves.
if
you turn on an
have
Xbox without like Xbox Live, like, what do you?
Exactly.
But could you imagine playing an Elder Scrolls game? You played them. Could you imagine popping on one and then having to hook up to the internet too?
Yeah.
It kind of the point of that is to be single player.
I bet there will be ways around that. Like, I bet you could still download it onto your laptop or onto your console or whatever, and then do it that route. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's like I don't think anywhere near. I think we have a whole other generation of consoles, probably another 8 years of whatever the new Xbox and PlayStation is before it gets to that. But
I'll be
it's
surprised
interesting to see what kind of happens now. I bet kids, like our kids, their idea of video games will be way different. It'll be. It'll look far better too, but how they play will be way different. They'll be able to play like on a road trip, like they'd be playing any game, like 2K on. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but so like that aspect of it's kind of interesting.
Mario Kart's coming to phones here. It's supposed to be this month.
Is it this month?
It's supposed to be this month or next month.
I've been trying to get Pokemon on my phone and my computer. I've just been looking for everywhere, and it's freaking hard these days to get anything.
The emulator?
Emulators,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think they're just
because it keeps updating, right? Like
updating.
they can't keep up with it.
Yeah,
with the new phones and stuff.
I want us to talk about the individual games that came out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first one, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I hope you have. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think? What was your ideas? Did you see it? Did you like it? What do you think? Because I already gave my opinions in the last episode.
Okay.
If you haven't seen that, go watch it.
I thought it looked really good. I thought it would be a cool. What it looked like to me was you started out as like a Jedi, like a my player on 2K.
Mm-hmm.
You start out as like a my player Jedi, and then you kind of do that. I think that's a really cool take on it. Instead of taking existing Star Wars characters, and it might be I watched the trailer one time.
But you're not Luke Skywalker or whatever.
Yeah. Like
you're
you're your own guy. You build them. You create your own. That's what it looked like to me, at least. Is you got to take your character and turn into the Jedi you wanted to be, instead of here's Yoda, here are his 3 moves, go use them.
I see you. Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a cool take on it. But I don't know what the multiplayer is going to look like, or
if there is there one?
Yeah, I don't even know if there is.
I don't know if there is. I do
Who's
know.
making
I
it?
think you're right in the sense that you're going to be able to guide this character, but the character will already be set. I have never heard his name though. Cal Kestis.
Yeah,
Have you heard of him?
I think he's like made up. Like they made him up
for this.
But
yeah, and I think it's going to be that RPG element of you're going to be able to guide him to be like dark side, light side.
Okay,
somewhere in
that's
between.
what I was wondering.
I hope so. This is it's a Star Wars game. And if you don't do that in a Star Wars game, you're missing a giant
Well, especially because
opportunity.
you've already had so many Star Wars games that have done that to great
Successfully.
great success.
Like if you look at the Star Wars, the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic,
Exactly.
one of the greatest games of all time.
See, that's
in my personal opinion, and that's not even an
Is
exaggeration.
this trying to be like another one of those? Because
No.
if it is,
This to me, it looks more like the Uncharted series, but for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Putting with the Jedi and a lightsaber, like that looks dope.
isn't
in my
that kind of
opinion.
like Force Unleashed?
A little
isn't this
bit,
kind
but
of like the Force Unleashed?
Force Unleashed was the first one. I think was good.
It looks
and the other
similar.
ones
Like the
weren't very
gameplay looks kind of the same.
Because I played those, I don't remember them.
It kind of looks like the same gameplay.
think-
like you're this like kind of Jedi guy and you're fighting stormtroopers and you got like
So my
I don't know,
opinion,
maybe not, but
last week when we talked about it, wasn't super high. I wasn't super excited about it,
Mhm.
and I didn't get to read this article, but it was a guy that I really like to see him play, and he always gives good opinions. He had a little something out there that he said, "Hey, I got to play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and it was actually way better than I expected." So I think my opinion of is raised because if what
is that Level Cat?
it might be,
Level Cat? I don't know.
I don't
I
remember.
think so.
It raised my opinion because I trusted him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, this may be cooler than what I was giving it credit for last week. Because I wasn't a huge fan of Uncharted. They were great games. They were fun. But I just never got super into them. Like, they were a game I play once and maybe finish it and then be done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't sit there for hours and hours and play this game. So I'm hoping it's just... I don't know. I'm hoping it's cool.
I mean, it looked good, and then I don't even know how it. I didn't really like pay attention too much to it. I was thinking that you probably know more, so I was just gonna wait until you played it even.
Yeah,
to kinda see.
I'll play it right when it comes out. Okay, next game. I don't know if you guys will know anything about this, so if you don't, skip over it. Baldur's Gate 3.
No idea.
Nothing?
idea.
Nothing?
Okay.
Okay. I thought maybe you know. It's an isometric game. Don't worry about it. When I'm
Oh, I remember you talking
about
about that. Yeah.
Talked about it in the last one. The next one, I want to save Cyberpunk 2077 towards the end.
Okay.
Did you guys watch it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys? Okay, cool. You guys
He
got
was-
opinions on it?
My dude.
Let's talk about it now. You know what?
he
I
was
can't find my
so-
list. I'm looking for my list right now, so let's go ahead and talk about it now while I look for it. What'd y'all think?
Well, just to start, Keanu Reeves was super cringy when he came out.
He's just that kind of dude.
It
though,
was
I think.
introducing it. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, bro.
Well, you know this dude don't give an F about a video game.
He looked like he came out just stoned out of his mind. And was just like, like, here's this
Comes out all
game.
bumping and bobbling. But you know that him coming out in itself did bump it up a lot.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
like-
yeah.
and
I
then
mean,
him being in the game,
it
you're
got
like,
so
oh
much, like,
shoot, that's
press and
freaking
stuff.
cool.
It looked, I thought it looked really cool. To me, it looked almost like a futuristic version of Assassin's Creed
Okay.
in the sense that you're kind of this vigilante kind of guy who
It kind of takes on that like Judge Dredd,
yeah,
like
I can see that
Blade
vibe
Runner.
a little bit.
Yeah, Blade Runner. That type of like, I don't know, like steampunk. Not steampunk. Like kind of like
It's
industrial.
It's like cybernetic steampunk. That's why it's called cyberpunk. It's based off of a tabletop RPG. Cyberpunk, like D&D.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, that's what it is. And
Okay.
so they've integrated this into this game world, and it's the same people that made The Witcher. So it's this open world RPG.
That's right.
That's why this
Who
is
makes
such a
that?
big deal. CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
So
I love
they have
Witcher's
a great story.
game.
If you guys ever get the opportunity to watch their documentary, it's super dope. They started out with making games. I think it was in Sweden. By basically they were copywriting these games, stealing them, pirating them, and then distributing them around their country because their country wouldn't import these games. And so because of that, they turned into a video game development company. And then now they make dope games like The Witcher, one of the best-selling games of all time, and the most anticipated game of 2019, Cyberpunk 2077.
When does it come out? Does it come out this year?
I think it comes out the end of... no, it comes out
It'll
2020.
probably be the next
2020,
consoles, right?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
assume.
it's gonna be super cool. It's a first person, so I'll tell you guys the general first person RPG, first person shooter though. So imagine you played a little bit of Fallout, Austin. You've seen Fallout. Have you played Fallout?
I played so much Fallout 3, but that's the only one.
Okay, yeah. So think of Fallout 4, except better in every aspect.
Are you so excited for this?
Oh, I'm really pumped for this one. At first, I wasn't. At first, I was like, well, The Witcher was dope, but it wasn't my favorite game. It didn't allow me to do all the things that I want to do, like create your own person and integrate myself into the game and, just do it, like, do different classes and make different things. But this is gonna own
Is
that.
this one gonna be like I don't know. Is this one like a fully customizable? Like,
You make your character. I don't
Okay.
think you name them. I think you create their persona. You create how they fight, what they
Okay.
do, the decisions they make. But you're a character in this world that they've already preset. I think his name's like Vess or Voss or something like that.
it looks. I mean, it looks insanely
Bro,
dope.
when he had the 2 blades come out of his arms, I was like,
Dope,
oh
right?
my
Yeah.
gosh.
So apparently, what I've heard is that modifications like that, you're going to be able to choose and buy and put onto your character if you want.
So
Yeah,
Like one of them is going to be like you can buy an eye that you take out and like roll it in different rooms and you can see what's going on in the room.
Oh,
or
shoot.
like modifications to your eyesight to see what's going, like to see what the mods on other people. Like it's going to be super cool from what I've heard. I'm like, it's going to be one of the coolest games out there. I'm pumped.
There's gonna
I'm
be
getting pumped talking about it.
so many hours just sunk into games like that.
That's
Like,
what I'm
those
worried
games are
about.
just
I'm worried about that
insane.
because you guys know me. I got to be careful. I just drown myself in a game, and I don't exist anymore. Trinity knows how it is. All right, what other games am I missing? Does anybody else have anything? Austin, you got a list of stuff.
There was one Gears of War 5.
Gears of War 5, Xbox people.
that's
See,
Xbox.
I don't play
That's
that.
Xbox
I remember the first time I played that was at my buddy Dalton's house. You guys remember Dalton? You might
Okay,
remember
that's
Dalton. Back in like 2010, something crazy, like a long time ago. Like the first game, thought it was the dopest thing
Yeah,
ever.
it's a
You
cool,
run around
it's a cool thing,
chainsawing
yeah. The
aliens.
classic gun.
Yeah, dude, that was.
I think
it was
what Gears
dope.
2 or 3, super classic. Like, I don't remember if it. Do you know what I'm talking? Like, which one was the main? Like that era was like, it was an era for
I think
sure.
it was Gears 3.
It was
I think
3.
3. It
It
sounds
was 3
right. I
because
just remember.
I hopped on at the end of 3 and then 4
Okay.
and then kind of got off.
They've had a couple new ones, right, since then that weren't like a
4
attached
I
to the
heard
same-
wasn't the best.
Okay.
Listen,
And then
this
they
is all secondhand. Don't remember what they said, but I think 4
Right.
wasn't a big deal because they had changed up some of the story a little bit that people didn't like,
Yeah.
and that's what they're worried about with 5.
And then they came out with like a mobile app, and people were pissed about that. Things like that.
Are you
like
thinking of Dota?
No. Like this was game. They came out with a.
Not Dota, Diablo.
They
No.
they still have that.
Diablo did
They still
that
have
too.
that mobile game. Too?
Yeah, they that was one of the 60 games that
Oh,
they
okay.
put out. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like I don't know, it kind of looks like Clash Royale but different.
You played some mobile games, right?
Clash Royale. I still play. I've been playing.
There was
for a
another
while.
one I thought. Clash of Clans.
Listen, we probably should do like PR for you at this point with your Clash Royale with how high you are. Honestly, are you in the top like 10,000 people that play that game? You have to be.
Nah, I don't even spend any money on that game. So like, there's no way.
Yeah, you have to spend. dough
Yeah,
to
that's
get
what,
to the top.
man. I hate that. I hate
know.
that for games. I would rather spend $5 to get a game than get a free game and realize I have to spend money to progress. I hate it more than anything.
It sucks.
I'll spend money on an app if I know it's good, if it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend money on an app that's a cool game for sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
F those free games. F them.
That's what they're.
I agree.
They're saying that's what they're gonna do with Mario Kart. Is like they're gonna give you a free demo.
And you gotta
and
like pay for different characters or
Yeah.
whatever.
That
Garbage.
sucks.
Yeah. So I'm not looking forward to that.
But yeah, I mean, Gears looks
But-
cool. I think I'll. I've never played it too much. Like that wasn't one of mine that I've like, played that much. But I'll look into it and stuff. If you play it, then I'll like check that out and everything.
It looked really good.
Okay.
What else you got on there, Austin?
I had
This one. So that one, Spirit Fair.
What's that?
Fairy? How do you say, what was the name of it?
something like that.
Is that the one that George R. R. Martin's doing?
No, that
Okay.
one is like
that one
Ellen,
seemed interesting.
the Elenine or something like that. I can't remember.
The Spirit. This
Spirit
one.
Fair is just a cartoony styled like. I don't really know the gameplay of it, but it looked interesting.
It reminded me of like it looked like a gay version of Sims. Like you're like
Gay
building.
version of
You're like
Sims.
building. It looked like you were building a town on like a little boat, and it looked like It looked like the boat map off of Super Smash Brothers. Like that was the quality of the map.
Really?
Like,
But it's an aesthetic game. It's one of those stylized art games. So
Okay.
it's doing that on purpose because
Okay,
they want
yeah,
to create an atmosphere of like this other world.
So why'd you put it down? Like you excited? Or you think it's dumb?
No, I said it looked dumb. I said it looked
Okay.
like a gay Sims.
Okay.
See, I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked dope. I like that art. I like that stylized kind of art stuff.
Okay.
And
Same with I think there's a game called Ion or Naya or something like that. It's this really kind of cutesy it's 2D platformer, but it's just the style of it looks cool. I'm not gonna buy these games, but they look dope.
Yeah.
I like their style.
You got another one?
Bleeding Edge. It was one of the first games that
Bleeding
was on
Edge.
the deal. I think it's either Bleeding Edge or Ninja Theory. I wasn't paying attention fully. I think Ninja Theory is the people who made it. but it looked like another version of Overwatch where these characters have their own abilities and it's
Okay.
kind of a team.
You're right.
never
Ninja
played
Theory
Overwatch.
did make these.
Yeah, Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
It looked really it looked cool. Like it
You're
looked like
gonna
something I
like that
picked.
game. I feel like.
Yeah, like that
'Cause
feels it'd be right up my alley.
That's right up your alley, dude.
You played Smite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been playing that again. I got
That's cool.
a dude yelled at me. I picked it up 3 days ago, and I've been playing it since. And the first game I picked it up, dude called me trash. He's like, "You're a fucking idiot, bro. What you doing?" And he's just yelling at
Yeah,
me.
but people get
and I'm
pissed.
like, I haven't played this game forever, bro.
But it
Leave me
matters
alone.
though, you know. That's
Stop
what
picking it
sucks.
on
Like if
me.
you have one bad dude in like a joust, like a 3v3, it's
over.
it's
Well,
not.
it was me and I didn't. Both of us. There was one good dude, and he wasn't that good. Like he's yelling at me like he's a star, and I'm like, bro, you need to chill the f out. You still have died 6 times. Like, chill out, okay?
I feel like Harwell would be mean to people like that on there. Like you'd be just so pissed off.
I get pissed at Rocket League people.
I can imagine. That's why I don't like playing Rocket League with you.
They're so bad.
I hate it. I'm like, I ain't playing.
When I play with you guys, I understand I'm gonna have to drop 1,000 points. If we want to win, I have to score 5 times.
I feel like if I'm not like putting in at least like a little bit on defense, like I'm like letting you down so much, I just don't want to even play it. I just like I get super nervous. I mean, but
So I'm playing with I played with Hunter Claybo, and he's a plat something. I think plat 2 at this point. And if I miss a ball, I'm like, dang it, I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm sorry, man.
That'd
I'm
be
sorry.
Because he's better. He can fly a lot better than I can.
that'd be interesting. I don't think I've seen anyone.
He's
that's
also
better
using
than
all
you
these
at that.
terms, like he's a plat and he can fly. I don't know what the hell
Yeah,
that
I think I
means.
assume platinum, but
Platinum, that's
yeah.
what I assume.
Okay,
too.
Well, and I didn't want to say aerial. That's the correct term. Fly was just like a basic.
What else you
okay.
got?
That was pretty much it.
So
I saw Age of Empire will look kind of cool.
you played those.
I played those. I loved Age of
I never
Empires,
played
dude.
them.
Those are dope. I feel like you might like it because you just look like you're dominating people. You have whole armies that come up and crush people. You would love it, Gally. I know you would.
I love
it's
types of games
basically-
like that. I don't know why I
it's-
haven't played it.
It's a Command and Conquer, but in Middle Ages. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
okay.
It's basically the exact same.
There's a remaster of that, by the way.
Is
Command
there?
and Conquer. I don't think it was announced at E3, but I saw it online.
Ooh, what?
I got. This is the one I wanted to talk about. The State of Decay 2.
You know that's out. It's State of yeah. You know that's out.
Well, I didn't know that. I just watched it
State of
today.
Let me make
Decay 2.
sure.
Which
Let
one?
me-
There's
let
so
me
many
make
of those
sure.
that sound
It-
similar and look
That's
the
what
same.
I'm. That's what I'm
This
saying.
one,
Like, hold
this
on.
one was the one where there's 2 groups of people, or 2 groups of 2, going through like a zombie apocalypse, and they're trying to find the coveted promised land, the safety with all the people there that every zombie show has.
Yeah.
Okay. But it looked cool for like a 2-player game because it looked like you could. It was almost like an
Co-op?
army of 2. You know,
Hey,
where,
I was just thinking
where
about
you
that.
got to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the
Army
aggro
of
and do
2
that
was-
kind of stuff.
yeah.
It looked like that was the sort of stuff. And it was like a Nazi zombies, but like a 2-player army of 2. It looked like a cool game that I might want to
Okay.
try out.
I think it's out. Order now.
I might have to pick up the freaking Xbox Game Pass. It's only $10 a month.
It's nice. Hey, it's
But-
really nice.
Hey, bro. So that was I think a DLC or something, or like an update, because State of Decay 2 is out. You should look into it. I've looked into it a little bit. I don't know much about it. I just know it was a cool. Some people loved it. Some people didn't. So I don't know. You
I've
look
never
into it.
liked the zombie game since Left 4 Dead. I loved Left 4 Dead, and I just haven't liked any of these other ones.
So my favorite zombie game of all time is 7 Days to Die, and that's because basically you put Minecraft and any zombie game you ever wanted, put them together with guns. It's
But
dope.
are the graphics decent?
No, they're garbage.
See,
dude.
you can look past that.
I
look
can't.
past
I
that.
can't
Oh,
look
yeah.
past that
I look
unless I
past that.
understand. Like Minecraft, I understand it's gonna be bad looking, or like that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be 8-bit or not 8-bit.
Or
9-bit.
even like the
Whatever
Star
it is.
Wars Lego games. I can't
Yeah,
play. Like,
okay. I get why that looks like that though. Like I have a problem with going to like a game that used to be like good looking for its time, you know, like a game like that, and then
No,
like,
this is the game that should look good. It's just it's the reason they do it, make it look so crappy, is because they put all their effort into creating this world that you can like literally dig giant tunnels just like Minecraft. You can do whatever you want. You can change the world to look whatever you want, but it looks realistic. I'll show you guys a picture of it. It's like they tried to make it look realistic, but it's not quite there.
Did you?
It just looks like a rough, like gross kind of realism.
What about there's that game that's the PlayStation exclusive with Daryl, the guy or
Death Standing.
yeah,
Death Stranding.
Okay, is that like what is that? Is that like a top?
I don't know, man.
Oh, you
I don't
don't
know
know?
what it is.
Okay, I don't know if that's zombie or like what's going on in it, or if there's just like regular bad guys. I kind of get confused by because I don't have a PlayStation, so I get confused by like the PlayStation exclusives, like Death Stranding, or there was another one that was super popular. I think that just came out. Days Gone. That sound right? No, that might be Xbox. I don't know.
Days Gone. No, that's. I think it's a PlayStation.
That's PlayStation.
All right.
Yeah, the
here's
motorcycle one. I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
So here's just something like, I don't know. Somebody built a castle in it, so you can kind of see the castle. Let me see if I can find.
Oh, that's not bad graphics.
Yeah. So somebody built like a castle. In
Okay,
this game.
okay.
Like that.
Let me see.
What's this called?
So like you can go inside. This is 7 Days to Die. You see how it's just kind of like.
That's not bad at all. I
It's
was
a
thinking it
little
was
blocky.
like. I was
You were
thinking
thinking it was like
something way
Mountain
different.
Blade. It was like Mountain Blade, that game that I showed y'all forever ago.
Yeah.
All right, let me show you.
That's
I mean,
kinda
if
cool
y'all
looking.
can get past it, I would say.
Is that a computer only game though?
No, I have it on my PlayStation. The updates only come for the computer. They're going to come later for consoles. So the updates.
So it's still supported?
It's still supported,
Okay.
and it's still a great game.
I'll look that up.
Listen, if y'all
7 Days to Die.
let me see if I can find some zombies real quick. Yeah, listen, y'all look it up on your own. It's a dope game. It's my favorite game of all. No, not of all time, but it's up there. I probably put more hours into that than I have a lot of games.
Okay. Ooh, it only got a 35% on Metacritic. But it got a 93% on Google users. So what does Metacritic know? $20 on Xbox. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the game, when it first came out, it was awful. Everybody hated it. But as it's been updated, it's turned into cool stuff.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, it's a dope game, dude. So basically, I'll give you the premise. Every 7 days, you get attacked by a horde of zombies. So during 7 days, you were building your base, you were defending it, you were looking for supplies.
How long's a day in there?
You can change it. You can
Okay.
change it from, I think, 80 minutes to 40 minutes and anything in between.
Okay.
So you can change it all. You can change all the settings, how many zombies there are, how much loot you find. I turn up everything. So I turn up all the loot. I turn up all the zombies. I don't make them hard to kill because sometimes you can literally like shoot one with a sniper rifle. You turn it all the way up like 6 times and they won't die. It's crazy if you turn it all the way up. But I like to have a ton of zombies around. I like to have a ton of loot. Like it's just.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
And so it gets progressively harder. Every 7 days gets harder, but you've fortified your base. Like, it's dope. What are you looking at right now? E3 games?
I'm trying to find. There was this game I used to play, and you would have to go and you were like kill zombies, and there were like some nuns that used to fly around.
What?
That's why I was trying to figure it out because it's just a vague
sounds like
memory.
Fear or something.
But it,
Resident Evil?
it used to, I don't even know.
Hey, remember Fear?
Like I
I
have
do.
no
Those are
idea.
good. Like
Yeah.
Fear 2 was so good.
And then,
I think Fear 3 sucked.
Constantine? Because Constantine was made into a game.
Oh, they're coming out with that new. We talked about it a little bit. The Blair Witch Project game. That
Yeah.
looks freaky.
We talked about that
Nah,
ourselves.
bro, that looks like the
It looks like a
old
better
Asylum game that we played at
Yeah,
your
yeah,
house.
no. It looks like the.
It looks like the same
Outlast.
game.
It
Yeah.
looks like a
Outlast,
better
that's
version of
what it is.
Outlast.
It looks like the same game. Like I'm not in. That's the
I
same
don't know.
premise. Like
I
you
feel like
carry
it'd be a
around.
fun one to do it like my parents in their movie room. Like that's that type of game.
Yeah, but you play it once or whatever. Like
Sure.
it's not a game I'm gonna throw on.
I
and
doubt
wanna
it's $60
play.
though. I bet it's like a
It'll
20,
be
30
$60.
bucks.
I promise you.
What?
It'll be
Outlast
$60.
wasn't even. Outlast was like $30.
No, it wasn't. It was
Still
$60.
though, like I don't know.
that sucks.
That's just
Outlast, I'm sure when you bought it, it was less.
Yeah, it was like 10,
because it is one of
15
those games that once you do it, it's also a game that you can watch on YouTube and get the full experience.
yeah.
That's true.
I put Blair Witch, Boo, looked like old Asylum game, which
Old
was
Asylum,
that.
yeah.
I thought they were
that
fun.
was-
I like that. I thought they were fun.
I enjoyed watching them on YouTube, but I
Okay, I
I've
guess I'll have
never
to watch
been-
the movie more.
The only scary game I ever got into was Cry of Fear, and that was a really terrible graphic on my old computer over there.
Fear was good. You liked Fear,
No, it's Cry of Fear.
but you said Fear.
Fear was okay. I only watched like that online. Like I never really played
Oh, it was fun. I thought it was creepy too.
And Cry of Fear was it was just like you carry around a pistol, you have limited ammo, and these crazy demons were coming at you at all times.
All right, so what game are you most excited for? Go.
Cyberpunk 2077,
Okay.
and then Baldur's Gate 3 looks dope. But honestly, there wasn't a whole lot this time.
What about you?
Doom, I'm kind of excited for Doom Eternal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That'll be
That's
dope.
just kind of like a good just.
If you're pissed off, that's a great game to play.
Okay, fair enough. What about you?
Either if the new Halo comes out on Xbox One, which I don't think it will. I think it's coming out.
Well, no. They said it's gonna be a console release, or I don't remember how they said it, like a reveal game or whatever. It comes out with it Scarlet. That's for sure. But I think they also said it'll come out on computers, like on PC and on Xbox One simultaneously.
So
But-
I'd say that or that one Overwatch game. I put my list
Yeah.
away. Bleeding Edge.
Okay.
Because I feel like
I
I
wanna
would
look into
really
that. I haven't
enjoy
seen
that
something
game,
on that.
and I feel like that's a game that most people aren't going to know about. You know?
I'm excited for Cyberpunk for sure, and Halo too, because Halo, the rumor, which I told you about a while ago, Colt, the rumor is that they spent $500 million on the budget. That was their budget, $500 million, which Red Dead 2 was $320 million.
And that game is insane.
It's massive.
The game is dope.
Bro, Endgame,
$200 million more.
Avengers,
Almost double.
Avengers Endgame was $340 million. Like,
oh my god.
like I don't understand like what they need with that money. Like this is like all of Microsoft money.
did you
This is
see-
also with like Halo. It's a linear in the sense that you go through these levels and missions and stuff.
What I'm
It's
thinking
not
is they're
open
gonna make
world.
like the whole thing of Halo, like the planet or whatever,
And
like,
make it into open
available.
world?
I don't know. What are you gonna do with
If
that
they
much
did
money?
that and it was super dope, I would come over and play it. I almost said I was going to invest in Xbox. That's a negative.
Well,
I'll come over and play
they
it.
said they pointed to how it was the staple of the Xbox.
Yeah.
And so they really wanted to get this one right.
They said they launched like Halo was the reason of Xbox's success, so
Yes.
they want this to be like the cap on it, like the full circle back on it, and
So-
they had to build a whole new like gaming engine for it.
Yeah, it was too because the graphics on. I don't know if you watched the trailer. It looked ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
it was
insane. Like
Okay,
the
I'm gonna look
hair,
this up.
they like
Yeah.
they have the people like did like reviews of the
For-
trailer and stuff, and they're zooming into this dude's hair, like his beard, and it's like the texture of the beard and stuff is like what people are getting after, and the lighting and stuff like that. Like it was kind of like a show off trailer, I guess, for the engine. But they're not getting any they're not giving us anything on story, on like
Yeah,
gameplay, nothing.
nothing.
So I don't know, but I
They
can't
showed-
imagine it'll be
they
bad
showed
after having two bad.
Valhalla. Like they showed one picture of Valhalla, like the edge of Valhalla.
Did they really?
Yeah, and it looks so thrown.
Oh no, Valhalla's a goat.
I know that was
That
awesome.
and Blood Gulch, bro. Those are the goats. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. So I mean, those ones I'm super pumped for. I mean, we'll see how they all turn out. I really hope that they kind of rebound with that because I don't want to buy another $60. I spent $120 on 2 Halo games that I did not like. Halo 5 isn't that bad. I don't like the campaign. The multiplayer is decent.
So far, everybody's
but-
got rumored. It's just everybody's Halo is rumored to have 500 million.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's
It's
just
like
rumors.
It's a rumor.
So,
but
bro, that in itself, though, that could just totally be a marketing campaign done by them. Like,
Yeah.
let's be
for
honest.
sure, they could have
leaked
just
that
like
to
leaked
two-
a few things,
to
yeah.
a few people,
And that could also include the development, which I'm sure it does. The development of the
and the
engine.
marketing of it in itself.
Well, the
Development of
engine especially,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. And then, yeah, the marketing of it itself, like, they could just include.
Have
it
not.
kind
They
of
haven't
in there.
denied it though.
Well,
A lot
I
of
wouldn't
times they
either.
might.
Shoot, you kidding me? I'd
Well,
be like, no, I didn't put that much effort into your game. No, I didn't do that.
I mean, shoot, I don't know if anybody would hate on if you spent 500 million or anything less than 500 million, because that's stupid money. That's Avatar
That's stupid
2.
money. But at this point, shoot, y'all better spend a lot.
Bro, Avatar 2, I'm excited for that. Totally,
Okay, we
totally unrelated.
Do we want to talk about
Yeah,
that?
we'll transition.
We'll transition into
Boom.
that one.
So that kind of doubles with how Endgame they didn't beat out Avatar, for
Which
box
really does
office.
baffle me. 22 movies leading up to this
Well, they're
didn't beat out Avatar.
Well, they haven't done the re-releases that Avatar
But that's kinda
did.
cheating.
No, Avatar did the same.
Avatar did
thing.
re-release?
Yes, they all
I
did.
didn't-
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Titanic
that.
did it too.
I didn't know
All
any of
those
that.
big movies do.
I didn't know
So
that.
we'll see when the re-release comes out. Because I might go see it again if there's new footage. You know, the movie's
Probably
great
so.
anyway.
I don't buy the new footage thing.
I get free tickets. From
It'll be like
effing-
you'll watch back and be like, "What was?" They're like, "Oh, yeah, there was
Like
a
Tony
scene where
Stark
like
in the bathroom and they walk out
exactly."
of the
They'll be
bathroom.
like, "Oh yeah, see that scene where they picked up the coffee cup? You know
that wasn't there, dude.
It was in there for
That
some.
adds so much to the movie, man. Totally tells you about Thor's
World War
personality.
Z did that, and it pissed. They had the unrated version, and it was the exact same thing, except you saw her nub when like her arm got cut off, and that was it. Like what?
Really?
What? Like this is the
That's it. It's
unrated
just a
version?
money grab, dude.
It
That's all
is. It's 100% a money grab. I don't know, but so that'll be interesting. But then
I'll
if
have
they
to wait
do
till
beat
people
it
go
out,
watch
well,
it.
does Avatar? Because Avatar, we kind of talked about it in the group text. Avatar got to be like the biggest box office ever because of the groundbreaking like
Yeah.
CGI.
CGI
Yeah.
filmography thing. Like the story wasn't that insane.
It was
but-
it was Dances with Wolves, but in space.
yeah, and it was as long.
That's really
too.
100%
And
true.
that was so goddamn. That was a long movie. That's why I've never rewatched it.
You
My-
haven't rewatched it?
Bro, I watched it in IMAX with my dad. My brother got it for my birthday. I've never opened it still.
The
I'm
one-
like, bro,
it's
I look
good.
at the back of it. I'm like, that's like 3 hours and 40 minutes, bro. I'm not watching
What I
this.
genuinely like about that movie, like if somebody was to go get high and watch that movie, it would be blast. In Avatar, they did such a great job of creating that world, that like totally foreign, but like beautiful looking scenery. Like that setting is really freaking cool, and it's foreign and it's fun, it's vibrant, it's bright. Like to see that in CGI back then, as well as they did it, because 2008, that
It
still holds
baffles
up.
you. It's like
It holds
11,
up
12
today.
years old, bro.
Yeah, it holds up today.
It's basically, or I equate it to kind of what Star Wars did.
Like
You know, they made the jump,
You're
and
right.
then everyone else
That's
caught
good,
up.
yeah.
Avatar kind of made that leap.
Because now you see every like beautiful CGI movie and stuff now, like Endgame, right?
Yeah.
You have to think that a lot of that came from the roots that Avatar planted.
Mhm.
You know, the seeds that they planted. Like Godzilla. I know you didn't like the first Godzilla. You hated it, I thought, right? You hated it.
I just hated that you guys were like greatest movie of all time.
No, I don't think we said that.
You did, bro. You
I
were
don't remember
you
that,
were
bro.
so
I for
hype
sure
on
gave it an
Godzilla.
8. I was.
I loved it.
AF.
I loved
I
it.
gave it an 8.
So
out of
this
10.
new one,
maybe 8.5.
this
I
new
don't know, I
one,
gave it
I
super
really,
high.
I personally like a lot. The new one,
I haven't seen it.
I like it a lot because it's just it's a monster movie. You might like it because it is a monster movie.
That's why I was about to say you. I was
See,
gonna say you
critics,
won't like it,
if you
but
look
now I
at,
think
if you look
will.
online, like critics hate it. Like they're like, oh, there's the worst plot or whatever. But like Google users loved it because most people that were like, oh, I'm excited to watch this, like me or maybe
Or
you,
Godzilla
we
fans.
just like
I just want to see
Godzilla.
Godzilla
I just want to see
fight.
Godzilla
I'm
fight all
excited
these
to
freaking
see.
monsters.
That's what I'm saying. I'm excited to see all the monsters. I'm gonna go see.
But it's one of the
I just-
most. It's one of the
I think
most
it was
beautiful
$20.
movies.
It's a great. It, really
has
is
to be
a
one of the most
pretty
beautiful movies
looking
I've seen.
movie. And it's one of the coolest looking. Like there's,
Yeah.
you could probably go every 30 seconds and you see a scene that you're like, that could be a poster.
Yeah. No.
Well,
So
every,
exactly.
Every 5
I think.
minutes, maybe.
I think
like, it's
that
just
honestly,
a
like
bunch of cool scenes.
now that I'm thinking about it, it might be one of the like prettiest movies I've ever seen because it's like kind of the latest of CGI again, like the most recent type of use of it, and they put so much money into the CGI because you can't have an ugly looking Godzilla. So all the monsters, all the spectacle looks
Honestly,
absolutely
I think
insane.
you and me talked about this when it came out and we had it on the podcast. If they were to cut out the people without giving any spoilers or anything, cut out basically all the people talking,
Yeah.
and just have a few people describe to us what's going on
Yeah.
in the human perspective,
Mhm.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Their little storyline, I'm like, shut the F up. I don't care.
I didn't care about
Shut
it.
up. I don't
Yeah.
care about
They
any
kind
of
of
y'all.
they
All
try
y'all
to
can get
implant
eaten.
it. They try to be like,
Yeah.
we have to have a story and everything like that. You don't. I mean,
There's characters that
I
I'm
guess
like,
you
you
do
don't-
because you, in order for you to have like people that don't watch Godzilla care about it in a way, you know. So you got to have the 11 from Stranger Things. You know, you got to have these kind of like people that people know.
Yeah.
I get that, but like
If they, if
it's
I
just
was,
like
yeah.
compared to like the original like 1956 Godzilla, like that's all it was, bro. Like it wasn't no story. You'd have like a scientist who's like trying to they're trying to figure out how to stop Godzilla. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they couldn't put him in the same movie because Godzilla was 2 feet tall
You
in
ain't
a
lying.
fake city.
Exactly.
You ain't
They
lying.
couldn't put people
You're
in
not
there.
lying.
Yeah.
Now,
100%.
however, the King Kong one that was a good like storyline, like a good cast, stuff like that. I thought it was a good story
Because that
It wasn't
also
over the
wasn't just
top.
about King Kong, though. It was also about the island. And
Yeah, it was
about
developed.
It was
It's the
about
MonsterVerse. They're trying to develop all
that
that.
movie, kind of like the first Godzilla, was more about this setting. Like
Yeah.
the first Godzilla, the reason there wasn't as much fighting because they were setting up who Godzilla is.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, this scary creature.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he's showing up.
Is he
Now can
good? Is he
destroy
bad?
everything.
What's happening?
What's happening? And now then they're like, okay, that was a cool story. We learned what the process was. Cool, got it.
Yep.
King Kong, same thing. It's like this is weird island. What's going on? It's really like let's go explore it, see what we can find.
That's a good
like,
movie.
That's cool. But it's not. Now we see all these monsters popping up. I don't give a F about the little people anymore. These monsters
Right.
are dope. I want to see them fight
The
each
monster,
other. I want to
the
see
monster
who's-
fighting scenes were so sick, so sick.
I haven't seen it. Is it kind of like Pacific Rim?
You go, babe.
No, it kind of is a little bit like
Trinity playing
Pacific Rim.
Fortnite
Like,
right now.
It's prettier. It's like beautiful looking,
Yeah.
but it's yeah, I guess so.
It's kind of like Pacific Rim.
I mean, it's like that monster fighting stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I liked
pretty
it better
close.
than I liked
I think you would like this
Pacific Rim.
one. I would bet money that you'd like this one. Not only
I
more
don't
than
know.
the first one,
I
but
don't.
you might
I,
actually decently.
I still
like,
think he'll get
like it.
bored with the people.
you get bored of the
that-
story, but
That's why I didn't want to go watch it in theaters. I'll catch it on like Redbox.
but it looks good
It
on
looks
a movie
great in
theater,
theaters,
bro.
yeah.
It looks real good.
If
on a
like
movie
on
theater.
a tonight Wednesday, Warren, like if you and Serena could go $5, that's when it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
not worth a full ticket though.
I can see that.
But that was like a branch of something. We were talking about Endgame and Avatar. I don't even know what the new one Avatar is supposed to be like. They have like 3 of them, I think, lined up.
What?
3 avatars. Yeah.
like,
Listen,
the
what
next
more
couple
can you
of
do with
years.
that
Bro, it's like the
storyline?
next like 2
You have,
decades.
you have all of outer space.
Yeah, bro, it's a whole new IP. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But they're gonna go to different planets. I thought Avatar was because they are the avatars of these people. Are they gonna go be avatars for other peoples, like throughout space?
Shoot, bro, I don't know.
Because the name Avatar is they're gonna be.
Now they could be involved in an Avatar war with another planet.
Look, they've had a literal decade to develop it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be a good story or like.
Who does it? James Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't made bad movies. You know, he's made like the top movies ever.
One of the first times we were talking about aliens, I think I said it was James Cameron, and it wasn't. It was like Ron Howard or somebody like that.
Yeah, did he do Independence Day?
I
don't know if that's
James
true
Cameron?
at all.
I know, I can't
I don't think
remember.
that's true. I'm gonna recount that, but
James Cameron did Aliens, and I said it was.
Okay.
I said it was somebody else. Maybe
Okay.
I said it was Ridley Scott. That who did.
he did the new Alien,
I think he. I
like
don't know.
those.
I know he's involved too.
the Prometheus. That was a
Prometheus,
good movie.
maybe?
You
Either
seen
way, I remember I'd said it wrong, and I caught myself later, and I'm correcting it now. It's somebody.
So okay, they're doing the re-show and everything with that. That'll be interesting to see if they can top it. Kind of piggybacking off of Endgame though, there's that whole MTV Awards. You know, Captain Marvel and Thanos won Best Fight.
No,
No.
Captain Marvel in her movie won
Yeah.
Best Fight
Captain Marvel in her movie won Best Fight
versus
versus
Captain
Captain
America.
America and Thanos.
versus Thanos
My bad.
in Endgame.
Correct.
And it was Captain Marvel and the other. It
So-
was like some other name I didn't
It
recognize.
was the
Big controversy on that, I think, right? Like, there's a big
Apparently.
kind of YouTube or like internet uproar. I'm gonna kind of be mediator in this, I guess, because I thought
You
it
haven't
was,
seen Captain Marvel.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel. I have no idea
you
what that
seen
fight's
Captain
even
Marvel?
about.
yes.
I haven't seen that fight.
So
I don't
you
know.
have the opposite opinion of me right now.
So Colt,
You're the
you
only
agree?
person in the universe that I could find that has the
So
opposite
you agree?
opinion.
You think that it should have been Captain
Should have been
Captain
Captain
America
America.
for sure
Yeah.
against.
Yeah.
Okay, but Harwell, you say you see the reasoning behind Captain Marvel and the dude that she fought.
I did, and the only reason why I came up with this opinion is because I figured you guys would both think Captain America would win. But my take is, and it's very simple. I watched both fights because I really wanted to have them both fresh.
Yeah.
Captain America, awesome for the Marvel universe, for the fans, whatever. But if you're just a dad going in there watching it, he attacks Thanos one time and Thanos attacks him one time. Fight over.
So it's
You
a
know?
short fight. Yeah.
What about like he grabs the hammer? Yes, that's awesome. But if you're just walking in there, that doesn't mean crap to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So from that standpoint, the Captain Marvel fight, she's fighting multiple people. She's just she's kind of figuring out her powers as she's doing it. So it's a big moment for her as well. It meant more for the average person. It was a better all around fight scene at base value.
So you thinking that maybe? Okay, I wouldn't have heard that. That's interesting. So do you think maybe people like the Farquhars of the world? I'm gonna attack on Farquhar because he's easily the most Marvel person I know. So someone like him
Hold on.
who would get so mad about that.
They just came out with I'm looking up the Captain Marvel fight scene, and the ad that popped up was a VR Darth Vader. You have a lightsaber and you're like going at it.
Oh, they haven't. Had
I didn't
that
even
before?
hear about that. No, I didn't know about that.
I didn't
Did you
hear
guys
that.
know
You need to
about
get on that. You're a VR guy.
that? Okay, well, I'll talk about that.
How did that get missed?
Yeah,
I don't
keep looking
know.
into
Like
that.
it literally just popped up as an ad.
Keep looking into that.
Okay, I can find the
But-
Captain Marvel to
so-
make sure that my rebuttal isn't stupid.
So someone like Farquhar would look at that and be like, no, like why would they say that? The Captain America, and he'd look back at like the comic book, everything, all these different, everything that happened in the MCU, all led up to Captain America standing up against Thanos, and that's why it's so important to them. But you're saying like, that's all great and all if you care about that, but like an objective stance, and that would be it. Like the fight was like okay, like he just kind of got his
The
ass kicked whole
the
time.
cool factor was the backstory.
Right, if you
The
understood
fight itself,
why
yeah.
it led to
The fact that he
Oh, I
got
like
to
that.
the fact that he got to wield the hammer, the fact
Yeah,
that gave
okay.
him thunder, and that he got to do all that. But if you watch it, he's figuring all this stuff out. He's piecing Thanos up, and then Thanos just turns around and ends up beating him into the
Yeah,
ground
then it's
until
pretty much done.
and he's just lays there with his shield broken. Like it was just so I don't know. It
Okay.
was quick,
I like
and it
that.
wasn't a good
That's
fight.
a good opinion, bro.
That
That's
is
a
good
high
opinion.
do- that's a
Because I
good
was
opinion.
looking as when Farquhar told us about this, I tried to find because usually I'm pretty one sided in the fence. I find my opinion, so I was trying to do the opposite and find somebody else to
Like devil's
rebuttal
advocate
it.
type thing?
Yeah, and nobody. I couldn't find anybody
I
any
like
YouTubers.
that. You need to publish that. Make
But
a YouTube on that.
what I the rebuttal I would have is that a fight generally is between two sides that are opposing. They're like, it's a fight. One's getting hurt, the other one's getting hurt, but they're both overcoming each other. Like, it's a fight. It's like this. Captain Marvel's fight scene, the one that I think that they're talking about towards the end of the movie, it feels very one-sided. Like, a fight is between two people battling each other. This one felt like she was just slaughtering them. Like, even the scene where she does get hit, she gets hit and she's like, oh, that didn't hurt me. And then she goes back into it. And she just rips them apart. And so it's like, that wasn't a fight, that was a slaughter.
Okay.
That's different in my opinion.
Rebuttal. That's a decent rebuttal.
Fight is between two people, opposing forces, colliding and bashing each other. This one felt like it was one force just decimated the other one. That's the logical point. Other than that, though, I still feel like the weight of all those people wanting that fight scene to be dope, having that experience of Captain Marvel getting the hammer, that's super significant. Having the
Captain
people
America.
around him, what did I say, Captain Marvel? Yeah, Captain America around him, fighting that whole army, I mean, that in itself adds to it. And then coming at Thanos, the biggest and baddest, and these two fighting like they did, I don't know. I feel like that weight does add to it.
Do you kind of fall into the line? Do you think it's like a PC thing that like they went with that? And
know me, I'm always like cautious of that.
Right.
Does
it feel like that? Because does it
right off the bat you're like yes, but I mean I see no sign.
Well, if nothing else, they would do that to kind of cater to
three of the four fights were girl fights.
What are you talking about?
The nominees.
One of them was against
really?
equality.
Yeah.
Inequality.
It was just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So it is kind of, there is that underlying part
and
of that.
Captain, or not, Avengers Endgame won like 4 other categories.
Yeah.
So
that was another point that I noticed.
Okay.
I was
that
like,
was
I think this might be
lesser.
one of their ways to try not to give it to Endgame.
But like you get it, but then that kind of sucks too, because then it's like kind of the whole thing's a joke anyway. Then, which almost it kind of is too, because nobody ever really cares.
Yeah, MTV, nobody cares about MTV. Most awards nobody.
It's like
really
a popcorn
cares
trophy. Like that's like you could pay me to go to that.
Yeah,
like, I don't care. So I get that. Hey, but, all right, so little thing on the Thor thing or the hammer, because Farquhar wasn't here, so I can say whatever I want. I didn't like that.
You didn't like that he got
I
it?
thought it diminished Thor. I'm a huge Thor's my like. If Thor wasn't in the MCU, I would not care. I love Thor. So
you thought it diminished his abilities?
I thought it diminished him a little bit.
Because I totally see that. It cheapens him up.
Like I liked the little like
it cheapens him up. 100%.
In Ultron when he kind of moved it a little bit. Like that's cool. Like he's kind of worthy. I get it because he's Captain America. That if you kept it at that, perfect. This dude's like, oh yeah, this is my thing now. I'm just like, oh, I know how to do lightning too. Like we're gonna do it all. We're
did
gonna
he
be
do
Thor.
lightning with it?
Yeah, he did lightning. He called lightning twice.
That's what gives you the power.
Well, yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. So then I was like,
well, then why did Thor? Hold on. So in the MCU,
Thor can do lightning without that. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, like
Mjolnir can do it on its own too. I guess.
That's
I don't know.
dumb.
It looked cool, and I get it,
and
and it was so cool. And if you're a Captain America fanboy like Farquhar, it's like the greatest day ever. But I was like, man, it kind of. And then they made him super fat the whole time, which whatever. That's a whole nother thing. I just felt like that movie was like a
cheapening of Thor.
Hey Thor, we like been building you up for like 8 movies, and like in Infinity War, you're like the top of the top of the top of the top, and then like you lose people and stuff. But all right, this dude's been around for 15,000 years, bro. He's lost friends, he's lost his parents, his family. He was fine after Ragnarok. Like he lost everyone at Ragnarok, and he was chill. Infinity War comes and stuff like that. I feel like he has to have a little bit more resolve. Maybe not. I understand, but
from a writer's perspective too, I think they finally found the voice that they wanted for him. Because think about the first 2 movies. They're like they just couldn't get it down. They just like something's wrong.
I thought the first one wasn't bad.
Ragnarok shows up. They're like, oh, maybe he's the goofy guy. Okay, people like Ragnarok. We're enjoying.
I think
this.
let's continue.
That's a great goofy guy. Goofy guy.
Ragnarok was amazing. It was so good.
It's okay to keep making the goofy guy, but I get what you're saying with the hammer. It does cheapen him up a little bit.
It cheapens him up a little bit in my book.
It dilutes his abilities and his coolness. What were you going to say, Austin? I interrupted you.
I can't even remember.
Good. That was my goal.
Yeah, I don't want you to remember, to be honest. You have something like, oh, well, this is what...
We've already gone over this.
I know.
He was, after Ragnarok...
Did we go over it on the podcast? We did it the night of, right?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that was... Okay.
He was starting to break after
so you've been on 3
Ragnarok.
times.
I've been on 3 times.
You have been on 3 times. Dang, we like Davis. Davis is 3. You and Davis are equal right now.
Well,
I'm coming back next week.
You'll be back. Davis won't.
I gotta be back
next week. I'm winning.
Okay, well,
but I don't want to get back into that. But I want to continue on the fight scene because I feel like we didn't finish it.
Yeah, I wanted to win, so I moved on with it.
Well, when she is fighting, she does get messed up more than one time, and it's a like there's multiple levels. They're jumping from stairs. They're going through an arcade. Like it's just like it was just a better fight scene to me.
Do you think it warranted best fight scene of the year? Period, though.
I think if they would have opened more than just Captain America versus Thanos, like if they
think
would have
about that
said, if they would have said as soon as he said Avengers Assemble, fight scene, 15 minutes or whatever, hands down, no question, go ahead and just give him every award. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they like singled him out.
And I don't like how there was the 4, because I mean I almost give it to you in the sense that the fight scenes, because I don't remember the Thanos and Captain America fight scene. But what I know of that entire scene, I'm like, that. Of course, that entire thing beats her out. I can't believe that that's what they would break down. But if you're specifically talking about the Captain America Thanos, I'm about to look that up because I didn't. Captain America versus
it's Thanos is about to kill Iron Man or Thor. He has Thor on the rocks.
That pissed me off too.
He has Thor on the rocks. Then you see the hammers on the ground, and you see it fly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think it's going to Thor, instead it's going to Captain
Well, I got
America.
one right here. It's like, it's them fighting. Did you watch this one? Like, they're going at it right now.
That's all Captain America. This is when Captain America just goes off.
Boom.
He hits him with that, and then when Thanos starts coming back after he hits him with this.
That is a dope scene, though, dude. I don't know. That's dope. That's super dope. If
then
I might
Thanos
have to
just
disagree
takes
with
over.
you in the sense that if you looked at it, you wouldn't care. Like, I think anybody that watches this scene would be like, okay, this is cool. Captain America has done some cool stuff. Thanos and him.
But do you not agree that it was all Captain America and now it's all Thanos?
Well, that's what a fight is, back and forth.
No. It's not back and forth.
Yes, it is. Thanos is destroying Cap, but Cap was just destroying Thanos.
This is bad
That's what I'm
radio.
saying. There's-
Nobody sees what we're seeing.
There's one.
Yeah, this is bad radio.
There's one transition. There's one lead change in a game. That's not a good basketball game. A good basketball game is when there's multiple lead changes. That Captain America owns him, eats his lunch, and then as soon as he takes his helmet off, it's getting the ground.
But what was the lead change in the Captain Marvel scene? Because the
When
entire time...
she's getting knocked out too. She's getting knocked
but she's
around,
not getting
switching
hurt.
levels.
That's the entire point. It's like fighting Superman. You don't get hurt. What's the point of fighting something you can't hurt? And
Is she
she
stronger
can't
than
get
Superman?
hurt.
I mean, that could be your argument, but a fight's a fight, whether you get hurt or not.
Even in the fight, she knows that she's not getting hurt. That's what I'm saying. It's not a fight. It's a slaughter. She's fighting somebody that she's doing no points of damage. If there's a video game and you're punching something and they have 17 million points of damage and you hit them and none of it goes down, you're like, this is effed up.
How
I don't
hurt was
want to play
Thanos?
this. But you know he's getting hurt. You know that if they came down to it, they could damage each other. Not that he has the. It's like fighting.
How come
Thanos
no
with
one?
the
How
Infinity
come
Gauntlet.
How come no one took down Thanos then?
That's a good point, though. Like, I don't
If
think Thanos
if
is
anyone
hurt.
can hurt Thanos, then how come?
But it's possible. Captain Marvel, it's literally known it's not possible.
Those are her people.
And she's even getting
they have
shot.
similar
And
powers.
she's like, whoa, he's not doing anything to me. It's a slaughter, dude.
She wasn't getting shot. She's fighting her own people. They don't have guns.
No, I literally...
They have their guns.
Literally, you watch her get shot. She gets shot, flies back, hits a wall, falls down, and gets up in her face, makes a happy, like, that didn't hurt me face. Literally, bro, I watched it. She gets up like this. She goes, sorry, everybody that can't see me, but Gallion also see me. She goes, that's the face she makes. I smiled.
Well, I mean, if you qualify a fight as someone has to get hurt, then okay. But I don't think that qualifies a fight.
I qualify as
Especially
a fight.
in a movie.
In when it's okay, listen. I would still any other time I would say it's still a fight, like it's a fight. But when you're giving an award to somebody, when you're talking about a fight, I want there to be, like you said, two opposing forces that are interchanging back and forth. In the Captain Marvel, she's dominating, in my personal opinion. Now, longevity and what you're talking about, like she does appear to kind of get hit more, but I don't think it's actually doing anything. She knows that.
Well, yeah, but then you go look at like the Star Wars movies, and the stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a barn. It's still a fight scene,
But they
even
didn't
though
put the
they
Star
can.
Wars. They didn't put the Star Wars in the.
I'm
who's
just,
gonna win
I'm just
2019
giving
fight
you an
award.
example that movie fight scenes are mostly slaughters, especially when it's superhero versus villain.
But okay, you're right. But when it's talking about an award, you gotta. They need to be better at it.
Hand-to-hand combat, the multiple levels is what did it for me, like the different scenery and stuff like that. But
we're putting up videos on our Instagram. Go check it out. Serial Talk Podcast. I meant to do something at the beginning. That's okay. I'll do it now. We're almost done. Do you guys got really anything else?
we were going to talk about NBA. Or how long have you been going?
We're at an hour and 5 minutes.
There's some movement going on in the NBA, just real quick.
Do it.
Timberwolves
Hit it up.
gonna, some serious interest in D'Angelo Russell.
Before, let's try to get... Okay, anybody that just listened to my and Austin's arguments, go ahead and leave us what you think down at the bottom. Go look at the articles, or purely listen to our opinions and see who wins.
And see who won.
Or just say who's wrong and who's right. Tell us what you want. I just want to get a little
Harwell
interaction.
might get some flack on this one. All these Avenger fanboys. And stuff.
I have to go against the grain just because
That's respectable. That's respectable.
He had a good argument, though.
It
wasn't
very
a crappy
good.
argument.
I liked it. I'm not sure where I
It's just
stand
I
still.
don't agree with it.
Fair.
Which
is
fight
fine.
scene do I personally like more? Captain America.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you.
I was just trying to argue.
It almost
Right.
you almost need like a score sheet at the for the two fights. Like if you're gonna honestly pick one, you have to they need to have some ground rules for okay, a fight scene equals this, like a definition.
Yeah.
It needs this, this, this. Who did these 6 points better?
Well, I mean, one fought equality. No one's losing in that one. You know what I mean? So
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Was that a movie, or was this just like a politician they put on there for jokes or what?
I don't even know.
But because it was literally fought against equality, and I was like, all right, that's chill out, y'all, chill. I get it, but we're talking about movies. All right, that's all I had to say. Leave a comment, review, or whatever, telling us what your opinion, or even freaking email us at serialtalkpodcast@gmail.com.
Y'all got an email?
Yeah, dude, that's
We
how
got
you get
email,
everything.
bro. We got everything.
It's
Y'all
actually, I
are
think, in our...
official.
We need a PO box.
I
Well, we
put
need
it-
followers, and
Hey.
then we'll get a PO box.
we need followers. That's hilarious.
All right. I think it's even on our channel. If they go to towards the description, it's got our Gmail and stuff. Anyways, all right, that's all I had. I'm gonna probably step out because this is their topic. I know nothing about it, so I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
this is.
for it.
I mean, it's not too much. The NBA free season off season just started. So free agency is about to begin. I think a week. NBA draft is tomorrow. If you're listening to this, it was already happened. So, I think everyone knows Zion's going number 1. I think that's facts. Pelicans. I don't think that's changing. It'll be interesting to see where a lot of these other guys like Morant and R.J. Barrett and all these kind of a lot of these other bigger names where they're going to be headed. I don't know where the Thunder's going to be sitting at the end of this. I don't even know. I haven't even checked on our cap. I don't even know what we're doing.
There's
for the
just
freeze, if we got
so
room.
much movement that's about to happen. It's hard to predict.
See,
what's gonna
the cool
happen.
thing with even if you don't like the NBA, the cool thing with it is that when it comes to free agencies and stuff, as of late at least, the free agency has been so captivating. From when Jimmy Butler, remember when we said that at Cheddar, I was like, bro, we're gonna get Jimmy Butler randomly. No, there was no rumors or anything. Boom, he goes to Minnesota. It obviously didn't work out. I'm heartbroken. But then you have other big things. Paul George staying. You go back to when KD left in the first place, and then you got LeBron going to the Lakers, and then now Anthony Davis going to the Lakers. That's massive. Don't know what that's gonna mean. Kawhi, is he staying? Is he going? What are the Golden State Warriors? Is that it? Is KD out? Is Clay out? Is DeMarcus Cousins out? What is happening?
What do you think? What Warriors wise?
Oh man, I think KD's leaving.
Where do you think he goes?
Maybe Knicks. I don't know if he wants to be with anybody. I haven't really figured that out. He's got his rings that he wanted. I think he wants to go and kind of create the narrative. So you go somewhere like New York, where a storied franchise. He kind of picks them up on his shoulders. Maybe he gets a smaller free agent or something like that in there too to come with him.
You think he does that after the Achilles injury?
Yeah, I mean, no. Well, so that'll be interesting to see what happens with that because that's a time frame. Yeah, it's a decent amount of time. So I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know. I think Kawhi might stay. I think he's probably going to stay another year. I mean, maybe he's just cool with just going in and ruining another dynasty and then leaving. I don't know. I don't think he is. I'm interested. My team Timberwolves.
Y'all just. No, it's the Grizzlies. Never mind.
Yeah. They just traded Mike
Yeah,
Conley.
that's the Grizzlies.
That's a big one too. That's a big deal to Utah.
They're about
He's underrated. I mean, he's older now, but he's their franchise leader in literally every statistical category. The dude's just been
he's good.
He's been clean
He's a good defender
for sure. But the Karl Anthony Towns, one of his really good friends, D'Angelo Russell, he's been trying to get him to come to Minnesota. There's some talk on that. We just got a new president of basketball operations. He's saying nothing's off the table. So the Wiggins contract, maybe there's something that we might give that off to someone.
Y'all need to dump Wiggins.
With so much money, and if no one picks him up in like 2 days, we got to take that.
It's true.
So I think that they might be doing something. They might be cooking something. It would be unbelievable if we got D'Angelo Russell. That would be so cool. I would love, when I play like on 2K, you do your own you take over the team like today or whatever. I keep going through like all these different scenarios in my head. Like, all right, I'm gonna go and get Kawhi, but it never works. I can never get him. I can never get these high dollars, and I'm like, man, maybe that's real. The money's just not there. You can't get rid of these contracts. I don't know. It's a weird world, but it's so interesting, and it's super fun to listen to.
What is it? Explain that to me.
What's up?
You take over the team today with like all their actual like stats, all their budgets, everything right now. And so if you became the GM right now, it's like what decisions would you make?
Literally, yes. You can go in and you can be like, all right, my
low
lead.
Key, like the fantasy of any of these like really hardcore fans.
Oh, it's unbelievable, bro.
If you get like, bro, that's dope.
Now, granted, it's a video game, so you like it.
There's not every
so
variable.
Some
stuff's programmed.
I'm sure
there's
there's limitations and there's variables
and people's opinions
but
and stuff don't
they
go
do
into
it,
but that's still super dope.
They do it like even when you're playing like a My Player, you'll see like Rondo would go to Oklahoma City Thunder instead of going to the Lakers.
Yeah,
it's like you'd be playing a season, and so it like simulates it. So that's cool too.
It's super cool.
Yeah, I like 2K.
You can even do things like you can create your own coaching staff from your trainer to your president of basketball operations, to your head coaching.
But the thing is, like I knew you could do that kind of stuff with a lot of these games for as long as I can remember. But like the thing where it is like you pick up where today what the
with
GMs
the cap
and everything have
with
done
as
at this
much
point,
money you have.
Yeah, that's what baffles me.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm thinking about this right, you get to pick it up where it is today as if you were the GM of the team today and do what you want in this simulation on this game, like, obviously.
Yep.
But that's...
The best part
is super fun.
Oh, it's
like,
amazing.
I could see that. Like, if I was into basketball or something, I'd be like, this is what I do. I'll prove that I'm a better GM than all these dudes. Like,
yeah. You can be... All right, if you're, like, a Minnesota fan about any sport, you're pissed off most of the year. Just because we suck at most things. Like, we're kind of good. We're like, we should be good. Like, we have potential and stuff, but then we just don't do anything with it. So it's super frustrating. So I look to games like 2K and Madden or whatever. So in, like, Madden, for example, I'm like, all right, we really go sign Kirk Cousins for this massive deal like that? I'm gonna be like, nope. I'm going to do my own world. I'm going to get who I want to get. I'm going to draft this dude. I'm going to pick up this guy, and I'm going to create it. And I'm like, oh, hey, we won the Super Bowl this year, you stupid.
You stupid?
You guys didn't. You real ones didn't. I did. So... it kind of makes you feel a little bit better. I'm going to do the same thing this year with the Timberwolves. I'm going to find a way to get Kawhi, even though the real Timberwolves won't. I'm going to do whatever I need to do, and it's going to make me feel bad because then the real Wolves are going to suck.
I promise you, he's not going from Canada to another cold place.
Hey, but he's already got used to Canada. He's already got used to Canada. It's just like a 30-minute drive, bro.
No. He's staying in Canada, or he's going to the Clippers.
So we'll have more stuff on that, though. I'd love to have you on again throughout this time frame.
Well, I want to talk about, just for a second,
go ahead.
LeBron in the Lakers. Man. I'm a huge LeBron fan.
Hey, as am I. So I will fight tooth and nail. He is the greatest basketball player to ever touch the basketball in history, hands down. Get out of here, Michael Jordan.
Honestly, the only reason I agree with that is because of how much I've seen Austin fight with other people about this. I've heard like every point possible about why LeBron is the best player.
Name any statistical category. He's top,
except for field goal free thw percentage and steals per game.
He's out there.
What's his probably 78, 80% or something like that on field throw or free throws?
Who, LeBron?
LeBron. Oh.
I think his is close to 70, 75.
That's not bad at all. I mean, he's a big guy. He's a big guy, bro.
He needs to learn how to shoot
free throws. He's like 6'7".
But anyway, all this crap going on has just scared me. Like, I hate with Rob Pelinka, Magic Johnson.
Oh, it's a mess.
The trade, they gave away everybody. Now they're saying they're going to trade away the rest of their bench.
Yep.
And so they have 3 players on the team.
Yep.
And then you're going to spend your whole cap on one more player. That's 4 players on a basketball team. You're going to need more than that, even if they are Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and LeBron.
That's an insane 3. Then they can get cheaper guys. They can get JJ Redick.
Yeah.
I'm
hoping they do that option.
They probably will
pick up Danny Green.
I think for sure. I think this is LeBron, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's definitely knows what's going on.
He's hands off, bro.
I don't believe that.
He's hands off.
Bro, that's why he went to LA. That's why he wouldn't go to LA with scrubs. He played with them. He knows their potential and stuff. And I'm thinking he's on the camp of like, all right, we're clearing house. Hey, even the management, you guys are going to. Everyone's going. It's going to be me and my rules. I think he's doing that. I legit think he is. He's the biggest really biggest athlete comparative, maybe in history when it comes to that, like the scope and the magnitude that he's done with a team. I think the kind of leeway he has, other players would only dream of. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he has no say in any of it, but I highly doubt. If I'm the manager of the Lakers, if I'm the president, I'm like, all right, LeBron, like, what do you need, man? You need Anthony Davis for who? You got it. Lonzo, get him out of here then. I don't care.
They did Anthony Davis for themselves. He's a 25-year-old or 26-year-old.
I think he's 25.
Who is a walking 25-15, basically.
Yeah.
And you lock him down for the next 5 years after this year. So that's 6 years guaranteed of a franchise that's struggling. Their coaching situation is terrible. I wouldn't be, and this is the boldest statement, people are picking them to win the finals. Depending on how they fill out their roster, they might miss the playoffs or get in
that's the thing,
and lose in the first or second round.
The West is it's no place to be. If you are rebuilding, you do not want to be rebuilding in the West if you have any shot of making the playoffs.
That's a hot take. I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs because they're both too good to miss the playoffs unless one of them gets hurt. But I'm just so scared, man, because so far I don't like anything like the coaching decision, the way they handled that.
Very bizarre.
Terrible.
You would have 100% thought that Ty Lue would have been in there.
It's just like I just don't understand. But we'll see. I mean, you gotta trust LeBron.
I trust LeBron. I've trusted LeBron more than I trust any other basketball player to do that. So maybe he gets a Clay. That could be a thing.
Clay's not leaving.
What do you mean Clay's not leaving?
Clay's getting re-signed.
I don't think so, bro. He's got he has the knee now.
Woj reported that the Warriors are. That's their first priority.
Dude, poor guy though he didn't get extra money because he didn't make the All-Star. Or he didn't make the All-NBA team. NBA. And then now he's not getting no max deal.
Yep.
That's for sure. You're not going to max deal an ACL guy. Oh, man, I feel bad for him. All he's done is just, like, ball for the Warriors.
Well, these injuries make me scared that they're all going to be like, let's just run it back. Like, I'll sign a 1-year contract or whatever. They're all going to be hurt, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they can pay for 1 year. Well, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so pumped.
This will be a fun little offseason. I think people should pay attention to it, even if you don't like basketball. It's super interesting.
But I appreciate you guys having me on.
Always love it.
Yeah, you guys come on again to beat Davis.
Yeah, I can't let him be ahead of me.
Next time you come, we can debate again, or you can debate Galley on something. Because that was fun. I genuinely enjoyed that.
See, like, the biggest things that I think we would debate on would be, like, LeBron, but we both have the same opinion. Because I would love to debate people on, like, people that think MJ's the best. Like, Davis. Hey.
You can't argue Davis.
Davis is the worst person to argue with, but he's a huge LeBron or Jordan. Well, he's a Larry Bird's the best.
Like, trees are wood. He's like, no, they're not. They're water. They're made out of water. They're all water. Like, Davis, no, it's not. Yep, it is because it says it is. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like...
We should have our first ever, like, 5-panel on here, like me, you,
Farquhar,
and then Davis,
we all
Harwell.
need to get... We also need to, like, find topics and dress up. Like, get super serious. Make one episode. Maybe it's an offshoot. I don't know. If you guys will still listen to this, tell us what you think about this idea. Offshoot episode. We line up, get a super serious debate about something.
Why do we have to dress up, though?
Because it just make it fun.
You have to do video.
Like, dress up as what?
Well, that one's a video.
You'd have to, because it'd be too hectic on here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure. We'd have to get a couple of cameras.
We'd have to get another mic.
Yeah.
We're still looking at that. We're looking at getting another.
Yeah. If y'all want to help the quality, send us microphones.
Or money.
Or money. Send us money.
Hey, gift cards. That'll get us some money.
No, don't do gift cards. Get pure money. So. All right. You guys got anything else?
That's it. Harwell, you got a question of the day? Oh, we threw this on.
We didn't tell him.
Yeah, it's a question of the day.
Farquhar usually leads this, but he's not here.
For who?
For the audience. You don't answer. We don't answer. You just say, like, all right, this is the question of the day. And then they go on. And
what are you doing today or this week that makes you or the people around you better?
Ooh, dang. I like that.
Thanks, guys, for watching and listening. The audio messed up there at the very end, so I'm fixing it right now, and it may sound a little different than usual, but that's okay. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell everybody about us. We love you guys. You're awesome. That's it. Bye.